Hello everyone, thank you for joining me for today's plan with me. For this week I'm using a kit called Frost from Crafts by Thaowie, and I probably say this about most kits that I use, but it is honestly one of the most beautiful kits. It's sort of got that, not vintage, I don't think that's the word I'm looking for, but kind of olden days vibe, if that makes sense. Like the florals feel they're sort of what you'd find in your grandma's house, and then the whole sort of vibe of the kit and the colour scheme and everything just feels very period drama-esque, like the BBC TV series of Pride and Prejudice, and the films like Emma and Sense and Sensibility and all those sort of period dramas. This is the vibe that I get from this kit. And I absolutely loved using it. As such a pretty, delicate, dainty kit. It is in one of her older formats, so it's not her most kind of up-to-date format in which she released Midnight. I was trying to think the other day, I don't think she's released any new kits since that New Year's kit. I'll have to go back to her website and look. I really hope she releases something. I say soon, I don't mean soon, because I'll probably talk about it more in a sticker haul that I've got coming up. But I am going to try and not spend anything on stickers for a while. I'm hoping to at least get through until June and do a solid 2 to 2.5 months, but really I'd like to not spend any money until July on stickers if I can avoid it. I've got a whole bunch, like a big haul of like 10 different sticker orders coming from the States when I get that shipped at the end of this month. And I've got things like I've got Hello Petite paper order arriving directly here. I know that Miss and Meow is going to do a release in the next couple of months, and I know that I'm going to fall in love with it, and I know I'm going to want to buy a bunch of stuff, but I need to remember she keeps stuff in her shop for a while. I'm not going to make myself feel bad if I do end up just buying from Miss and Meow. That's fine. But yeah, I have got all the kits that I need. Again, I go into this into more detail in my sticker haul that'll be coming hopefully soon. But yeah, I just was trying to think the other day. I couldn't remember if she'd released any kits since Midnight, because I absolutely loved that kit and I loved the format and everything. So I'm really looking forward to her releasing more kits. I know that she had said at the end of last year she was sort of slowing down a bit because of personal things that were going on, very, very sad personal things. So I totally understand if there's not, but she is one of my absolute favourite shops, and she releases some awesome kits and her format is wonderful. So I really hope that she does release more this year. But yeah, for this kit, I used everything that was in the base. I'd bought an additional strip of florals and I didn't realise that I'd accidentally bought it twice. Thank goodness I did, because it turned out that on the page of the florals, on the page of those floral strips, one is thicker than the other. So when I started to lay it down originally on the Thursday to Sunday section, I was just trying to make sense of what I did there. It really looked significantly different, and it because of the way it was cut and the way that the florals were less they were more thick and less kind of pokey outy. I don't know how to describe that, but it was really obvious and they looked too different to be able to use like that. So I'm glad I had two strips, because then I could use the same strip twice. In that top date corner cover, I used one of the calendars from the kit, and then I used a script from Sadies stickers, and then I just used a bunch of deco from the kit. In fact, I think it's kind of a letter writing style kit, with kind of a wax seal and all that sort of stuff. So maybe that's why I'm getting period drama vibes, but the colour scheme definitely feels like one I'd find in my grandma's house. So I think it's like almost a periwinkle blue, that kind of shade. But it's really, really pretty. In terms of what I pulled in addition to the into the kit itself, I used those Panda Bird Designs Gathered Layers sort of stamp style squares. I just think they look really, really pretty in silver. So I love pulling those in. Oh man, I love silver foil. I've got so many silver kits in March. I love it. In fact, every kit is silver that I've used in March. That's funny. That's not on purpose. I pulled in the... I keep wanting to say Pretty Little Liars. It really gets me every single time. Pretty Pink Co. The MIDI boxes, I used those over all of the third boxes that I used from the kit. And then I used a bunch of the Paper Trail Plans lace boxes. I know that they are going to be... I've ordered those as well, so I know they'll be in a haul somewhere. But I absolutely love them. They're so delicate and they're so pretty. And then, like I always do, I pulled in my scalloped rectangles from Crafts by Thaowie because I absolutely love them. So those are the other three shops that I used. Well, obviously this is already a Crafts by Thaowie kit, but I used the Crafts by Thaowie shapes. I used the Panda Bird Design, Gathered Layers, squares, and I used the Paper Trail Plans lace shapes. In terms of plans this week, it was another kind of heavy on the work and rest week. I discovered a program on BBC called Sort Your Life Out, where they go to someone's house, empty it completely of all the stuff. They lay out all their stuff in a big warehouse, and the family have to go through and reduce it by 50%. And then the team go back in and like completely reorganize their houses, and it is incredible. It is so addictive. I have not been able to stop. And it's given me the urge to just do that to my house, which I can't do, and we don't have anywhere near the amount of stuff that would need to be halved, but definitely makes you think about your organisation systems, and definitely makes me want to reorganise the kitchen. So I've been enjoying that, and then I've just rediscovered a lot of BBC things actually. I've been watching they did an offshoot of Death in Paradise called Beyond Paradise. I've been loving that. My Family is something I used to watch when I was younger. I've been watching that. I've been rewatching Keeping Up Appearances. I mean, just so many things that I loved when I was younger, and they really hold up. They're Keeping Up Appearances is absolutely hilarious. So I'm so glad that I've rediscovered these. And then Wendy's best friend came over for the day on Saturday, and I've included some pictures of them at the end of this video because my goodness, they are so gorgeous together. He was over all day. He is the most chill dog, and I'm just obsessed with them together. And as soon as they put their jumpers on, I feel like they look like a couple from the 80s who've gone to the mall to get their family photos done, and I cannot get enough of it. So I hope you enjoy the photos. I hope you enjoyed this plan with me, and I will see you in the next one.